Dangerous extremists protest in Washington, D.C. What really happened here? We report, we decide. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. You know, with so many claims of election fraud going around, YouTube has said it's going to start removing videos and will promote authoritative news sources. So for us, that means only one thing. We've got to become an authoritative news source. I'm in D.C. for the pro-Trump rally, where only a few far-right extremists have gathered. Or is it a lot of far-right extremists have gathered? Shelley, what's the narrative? I'm at the pro-Trump rally in Washington, D.C., where there are only tens of people, hundreds of whom are far-right extremists. Excuse me. I'm Chris Chappell. I'm with the mainstream media. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
You're with the mainstream media?
I'm an authoritative news source. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I don't know if I believe that, but okay.
It's 100% true. It's not fake news.
I'm here to stop the steal of the votes. What has happened in this country by the Democrats, I feel, all right, they stole millions of votes.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you, but according to YouTube community guidelines, you can't say that.
All right.
Can you say that Trump lost, but not why?
Trump what?
You can say Trump lost, but not say why you think that. All right, so did you vote for Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
So, according to Joe Biden, that means you ain't black.
I checked myself in the mirror this morning, and like when I looked, I was black, but I don't know. Joe
Was
Biden,
there a fact check about that?
For 2 months before the election, every single day, there was voter fraud going on. Thousands of ballots that were Trump stuff were thrown in ditches. Bagfuls were dropped off at warehouses of ballots. All these things have been going on for months.
I'm sorry, you're violating YouTube community guidelines by saying that Trump lost because of voter fraud. Can you just not talk about voter fraud?
And I could just talk about how we should all unify together.
That's great. That's great.
That would be great.
That's perfect. Yeah.
No, well, see, Joe Biden's usually right?
Yeah.
Everything he says is usually correct, especially when he says, things about black people or things about women.
I mean, he's the president, right?
Yeah. He's got the most votes in history. He lost the most counties ever, right? But he won the most votes. He won more than Obama, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, there you go.
So he's legit. I love that guy because every time he falls down, he breaks something. So
yeah. Hey.
Can't be mad at a guy who's breaking everything.
You said you love Joe Biden. I think you're getting a little blacker.
Yeah, I'm getting blacker by the minute.
So you are from the mainstream media?
Yeah, I am. Very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again?
Chris Chappell, authoritative mainstream media.
Authoritative media. This guy, he's going places.
I finally felt like I was getting the recognition I deserved. Until Shelley told me he was being sarcastic. Okay, obviously this wasn't working. So I decided to consult more authoritative sources to learn what I needed to do to be trusted by YouTube.
We've seen a few small scuffles, and that's why DC police have encouraged people to not bring weapons to this event. In Washington, D.C., you can conceal and carry, but only with a permit. The police are imploring people here not to bring weapons, but you can hear how emotional people here get. I can tell you that they're telling us to tell the truth. A woman here is yelling at me saying, we, the media, are the problem. And so you get a sense of just how emotionally volatile this group can be.
And Errol, I'm wondering if you can tell us anything more about what it feels like being in a crowd that is emotionally heated and yelling at you that you are part of the problem.
Sure. Well, for us, it's just part of the job. But I can tell you that we have had to hire 2 security members to be with us as we move through these crowds.
Emotions are running high here. DC has a concealed carry permit, so all of these people could be armed. I'm in danger right now.
Happy warrior freedom fighters, welcome to Washington, D.C.
But that's part of being an authoritative news source. I heroically put myself at risk for you, the American people.
As I looked around the emotionally volatile crowd, I realized that no one was wearing masks or social distancing. I wonder what the authoritative news sources said about that.
But as you look at the crowd around me, there are very few people wearing masks. There is almost no social distancing here.
The other thing that I will say is very much on my mind, there's a pandemic, and I'm just hoping everybody's okay after these events.
Wait a minute. Am I going to be okay after these events?
Well, I just need to make sure we have appropriate social distancing. Let me just get it right.
A little bit more.
Okay. Are you concerned about the coronavirus?
I think the weather is really nice today.
No. Are you concerned about the coronavirus?
There's no clouds. It's an awesome day.
No, the coronavirus. The coronavirus. Oh, God.
Oh, the corona?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good beer.
No. COVID-19. COVID. From China, the China virus. All right, I'm just gonna get appropriate social distancing, COVID, pandemic. All right, so are you concerned about the coronavirus? No. Well, as an authoritative source of news, I should probably tell you, it's sometimes good to give up a little bit of freedom for safety, don't you think?
I was just wondering who gave you authority?
What?
Who gave you authority?
Well, that's why I'm here, to be authoritative.
Don't interrupt, you're being lectured to.
Thank you. This guy gets it.
The coronavirus is very dangerous. But there's one thing at this rally that's even more dangerous.
Some of these rallies first seem to appear online, being organized by a far-right bigoted group that calls themselves the Proud Boys.
To really be an authoritative news source, I have to find the Proud Boys. I don't know what I'm doing.
Let's see. Not the Proud Boys. Not the Proud Boys. That's Batman. Not the Proud Boys. Not the Proud Boys. That's a stormtrooper on a Segway. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Not the Proud Boys.
Oh, okay. I found the Proud Boys. Oh. On second thought.
That guy!
On second thought, I don't want to be this authoritative.
He's the dude, and I'm taking it.
Being authoritative is hard.
I've learned a lot from these authoritative news sources, but I can still up my game. So now it's time to pull out the big guns. CNN.
There's a lot of folks here that believe the election was stolen. They believe that, obviously, incorrectly, because even Donald Trump's appointed senior election security official has said that this is baseless. Tell me what your sign says.
Stop the steal.
And what does that mean?
That I think the ones that stopped counting mysteriously at midnight, where Trump had a very significant lead, and there was, water pipes burst into the land?
Nobody stopped counting mysteriously at midnight, just so you know.
Well, yes, they
they went by the law.
We follow it.
Yeah,
we've followed elections for years.
Let me ask you something else.
Okay, be aggressive and don't listen. I can do this.
How are you today?
Good. I'm Chris Chappell. I'm with the mainstream media. And what does your sign say?
You can read it.
But I need you to tell me what it says. Well, what evidence do you have that there was voter fraud?
Well, first off, 2 months before. 2 months before.
No, I mean on you right now. Where is the evidence? Show me the evidence on you right now.
I don't have evidence.
What are you hiding? Okay, so you think the election was stolen?
Well, for legal reasons, I won't say stolen. I'll say there's a lot of irregularity and we haven't had our day in court yet.
Okay, so what you're saying is Kanye West actually won?
Maybe some states. Biden's really not popular.
Okay. So what evidence do you think? What do you think should be done about the election?
It should be tried in a court of law, not thrown out on procedural grounds with lack of standing before the election, latches after the election. It's all bullshit.
So what you're saying is you want to start a civil war and break off from the country. So why do you believe what Trump says?
Because every campaign promise he made, he kept.
Name one.
Name one. Well, how about all the promises he has made during the campaign? For example, in addressing, well, we got the Air Force, Space Force that's been established.
Name five.
Okay, that's one. Health care that he has started in regards to prescriptions, for example, lowering prescriptions.
Okay, name 20.
We got a lot. We got that much time.
But do you have any evidence on you?
I have my shirt.
What?
I have my shirt. The shirt is...
He literally has evidence on him.
Despite all my efforts, this still wasn't working.
Wait. I've got it. I know how to be authoritative. It's all in the framing.
Here in the nation's capital today, a small handful of people gathered at a pro-Trump rally that was full of thousands of extremists. All of them were part of the bigoted, far-right extremist group of extremists, the Proud Boys, who physically attacked me, your stunningly brave reporter. But that's just part of my job, my extremely dangerous job. These extremists were also dangerous because they refused to be afraid of the coronavirus, just like they refused to change their minds about the baseless claims of election fraud, even when I told them that they were wrong, to their faces. But what can you expect from a bunch of stupid extremists? I just hope they're all okay after this dangerous super spreader event. I'm Chris Chappell, your #1 authoritative news source.
Turns out being authoritative really isn't that hard. I'm looking forward to the recognition from YouTube. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching America Uncovered.